Sam Craigs. At the pitcher this evening, number 1, Kiara Rourke. The catcher, number 16, Shelby Baird. At shortstop, number 8, Shirley Hayes. The first baseman, number 15, Desiree Meadows. In left field, number 6, Madison Christie. In right field, number 5, Julianne Roberts. The second baseman, number 20, Heidi Chester. And the third baseman, number 33, Julia Crace. The Lady Pirates are coached by Mr. John Smith. Gentlemen, starting lineup for your West Worcester Lady Senators. At shortstop, number 18, Taylor Fouch. At second base, number 19, Cassidy Keltner. Behind the plate, number 4, Tilly Gilbert. At first base, number 12, Grace Abels. At third base, number 3, A.J. Combs. In left field, number 21, Lexus Brown. The DP, number 10, Tori Bolton. The right fielder, number 13, Destiny Nafis. And the pitcher, number 11, Cora Miller. The flex is number 15, Elizabeth Halls. And the coach of the Lady Senators, Mr. Chris Long. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats and everyone join in as we pay tribute to our great nation with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome to live Lady Senator softball action here at West Washington's softball complex. We're taking on the Charlestown Lady Pirates tonight. I'm joined by my broadcast partner, Mr. Claude Combs.
We're ready.
We are ready to go tonight. Great night for some softball. Do have wind, like always, here at West Washington. There's never a night that there's not wind out here. First up for the Lady Pirates is Sam Crace. We have our ace on the mound with Cora Miller. Got her with the first batter strikeout, which is always a nice way to start off. Cora comes
batter will be number 1, Skylar Rourke. On deck is number 16, Shelby Baird.
Cora comes into the game with a 6-4 record in 52 innings. Batters are averaging .208 against her. She's allowed 43 hits, 32 runs, an ERA of 2.69, has 20 earned runs, 11 bases on balls, and 73 strikeouts. So,
whoa!
There's a ball ripped down the third base line, but foul.
Yeah, the ball on the left side tonight will go.
Yeah, that wind's blowing that way, and it's gonna help push it even further that way. So down the line is gonna be a hard shot. 1 ball, 2 strikes early here in the game. There's one fouled back towards the fence. Like I said, beautiful evening for some softball. Not a whole lot of people out in the outfield tonight, but we do have some down beside us in the bleachers and bringing their own chairs. So, you know, if you're out there and you're looking for something to do tonight, AJ settles underneath that one. So, 2 down here.
The batter is number 16, Shelby Baird. On deck is number 8, Shirley Hayes. 2 outs.
Cora's settled in nicely here. Already got 2 down in the first inning. Starting batters off with strikes, which is a great way to keep ahead of all of these Lady Pirate batters.
She only pitched to 9 batters last night, and she started 8 of the 9 batters out with the strike.
Well, that's a good way to start. There's a ball up in the air towards AJ again. Drifting foul.
Taylor's got to take that ball. At what point in time is the shortstop going to go back there and get that ball?
That's what Coach Long is saying down in the dugout. He's saying that ball has got to be called off by the shortstop. She's got a better angle at it. So
she did that. We did that last night. Same thing, only it wasn't quite as high.
Luckily, that ball gets pushed into foul territory, so there's a bloop. That's going to be in foul territory. Alexis Brown can't quite get to that one.
I think I'd go outside on this batter.
She's turning on the inside pitch.
Real well.
So go ahead and get her out over the outside part of the plate. Now, I told you last time that I had a camera down the third base line. There's a nice strikeout. 2 on the evening already for Cora. I told you that I had a camera down the third base line, but I never switched to it.
In the top of the first inning for the Lady Pirates, they had no runs on no hits and nobody left on base.
So we come up in the bottom of the first. Overall record of 8-4. The Lady Senators are kind of on a slide, have a 2-game losing streak. They did lose to Salem here, and then they lost to Trinity Lutheran last night here. So 8-4 overall, 2-1 in conference. Team batting average of .378. They do have 13 steals, and only one person has been thrown out this year, and it was Cassidy Keltner, I believe. So probably not the one that you would have thought to get thrown out.
No.
Team ERA of 2.33. So, as a team, numbers look pretty good.
I told AJ last night, and she did it again right there. You got to know where the wind's at and what the ball's doing, and she never got behind that ball. She should have gotten called off, but that doesn't excuse the fact that she should have gotten behind the ball. She could have made that catch had she took a couple more steps, got behind it, and come back to it.
Yeah, let the wind kind of blow it towards her once she gets over there, knowing that the wind is blowing that way.
That was a big high pop-up.
Yeah, that got up in the wind and was moving around, so it was not one of those that, just up in the air and right back down. It moved once it started coming down.
Right. In the bottom of the first inning for the Senators will be 18 Taylor Fouch. On deck will be 19 Cassidy Keltner.
Taylor Fouch comes in, .409 average on the year, 21 RBIs. Kind of had a super hot start.
4 last night.
And she was 3 for 4 last night. Had a real hot start, then kind of cooled off a little bit, and now is kind of picking it up again. So we'll see.
She hit her 3rd home run last night.
Yeah.
She hit a home run. I think it was the 3rd.
Yes, it was.
So we'll see if she can keep her hot streak going. Be nice to jump out to an early lead here. The Lady Senators usually play pretty well when they're out in front. Didn't quite work out for them in the Salem game, but if they can get out to an early lead, that makes it a lot easier on Cora, who's on the mound, and even when they bring in Gracie. Shelby, I believe it's Baird or Bade.
It might be Bade.
The catcher
We'll have to find out what
really
that
tried
girl's
to
name is.
pull that one in for her pitcher out there. She did a nice wrist twist to bring that in. The home plate umpire did not give her a call, though. So, and then Taylor fouls the second one straight back. So, count even at 1-1 here.
Taylor actually took a pitch.
You don't see that very often from
Rare.
Taylor. Taylor hits that one straight down in the ground. The catcher pops out and retires Taylor.
The batter is number 19, Cassidy Keltner. On deck, number 4, Tilly Gilbert. 1 out.
Cassidy comes in 500 on the year, 9 RBIs.
She was 2 for 4 last night, if I'm not mistaken.
Has 23 hits on the year, with 5 of those being doubles and 1 triple. So there's one right back to Rourke on the mound, who retires Cassidy.
The batter's number 4, Tilly Gilbert. On deck is number 12, Gracie Abels. 2 outs.
Tilly comes in, 524 on the year, 25 RBIs. Get these numbers, Claude. 22 hits, 10 of them doubles, 1 triple, and 4 home runs.
Yeah. She's been in a little bit of a slump here. I'm hoping she comes out tonight.
Well, it's a little hard to get in a rhythm when teams kind of pitch around you.
Right.
So, slugging percentage on the year, 1.095. There's a rip down the third base line.
She centered that up just a little quick. Got around just a little too much, but she hit that ball right smack in the face.
We'll see if Rourke has a off-speed pitch or something to throw here, because that'll be the since Tilly was out in front on her fastball, she's got a changeup or something coming, especially being ahead 0-2.
Yep.
Got her. First strikeout of the evening for Sierra Rourke.
In the bottom of the first inning for the Lady Senators, there were no runs, no hits, and no one left on base.
We're going to step aside for a short commercial break.
Honey, isn't it amazing?
What?
The sacrifice, the dedication, the grit. I mean, they really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
Well, who?
The officials.
Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special. But there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games, too. Like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all? We need more qualified high school officials here in Indiana. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Ralph.
Yeah.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Hey.
Back to live action here at the West Washington Softball Complex. Lady Senators are tied going into the top of the second, 0-0 with the Lady Pirates of Charlestown.
Leading off in the top of the second inning will be number 8, Shirley Hayes. On deck will be number 15, Desiree Metters.
One fouled back out of play. Brings the count even, 1-1.
Who'd you say Charleston played last night?
I think it was Austin, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Their record overall is 2-4, and I believe whoever they picked up 2 wins earlier in the year. So whoever they played last night, I believe they got beat by. They're 1-4 in the always tough Mid-Southern Conference.
Got her.
Tilly took that one right in the mask.
Oh, okay. Thought she caught that.
Yeah.
I didn't see it pop out there.
I caught her right in the mask. Tilly's a tough one back there behind the plate. There's one that Fouch is unable to get to. Goes out into center.
The batter is number 15, Desiree Metters. On deck is number 6, Madison Christie.
Metters is the first baseman for the Charlestown Pirates. There's a first pitch strike once again. Inside. Metters swings that ever popular CF8 -10 that's in loaded. It's a super powerful bat. If you can get the ball on it, it seems to fly off of that. So swings through that one. She was swinging for the fences.
Yeah, she was looking out there.
The good news is the truck was here fixing lights today, so all the lights should work.
Oh, okay. Got her
Gets
on the
her.
inside pitch.
That's the third strikeout already on the evening for Cora.
The batter is number 6, Madison Christie. On deck is number 5, Juliana Roberts. 1 out.
Celebrity in the house. Celebrity in the house.
It's a nice first pitch strike once again
Let's see what she throws. We're 0-2 on the batter here.
Yeah. This is one where she can waste one and make them chase. It'll be interesting to
I
see.
really
if Cora,
like the high fastball.
we'll see if Cora can
The high,
bring
high.
something
Ooh.
to make her chase. And
She didn't worry about that.
came over the center of the plate.
yes.
So 2 down.
The batter's number 5, Juliana Roberts. On deck, number 20, Heidi Chester. 2 outs. Nice pitch right on the inside corner.
Cora has been doing a great job. You know, once she kind of got comfortable of getting that first strike pitch, or first pitch strike.
Right.
That one fouled back. So out ahead, 0-2 already.
All right.
There we go. Cora fields that one and throws to Gracie to retire the side.
In the top of the second for the Lady Pirates, they had no runs on 1 hit and 1 batter left on base.
This inning we get to see our 3 freshmen come to the plate. Claude's over there counting pitches, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that how many she got so far? I haven't counted, but
Well, she has 29.
well,
In the bottom of the second inning for the Lady Senators, leading off will be number 12, Gracie Abels. On deck, number 3, A.J. Combs.
like I said, we get to see the freshmen here. We've got Gracie, who's a freshman, AJ, who's a freshman, and Lexus, who's a freshman. So 3 freshmen coming up.
And then we throw in a senior and come back with a freshman.
Yep. So definitely the Senators do have a young lineup, but those girls who are young have played a lot of softball in their young careers, whether it be travel ball or rec ball or all of those types of things. They've been on the field quite a bit.
Quite a bit. That's true.
And you can rack up a lot of innings and a lot of ball games through travel ball and rec ball and everything.
When the younger kids start out, they're playing right now. Travel ball is going on right now. They've already had 3 or 4 tournaments this year.
My daughter's played in 3 already and had 1 rained out. So
yeah. So and you'll average at least 6 games in each one of those.
There's a nice ball hit down third base. Third baseman makes a nice snag on it, Julia Crace, but she is unable to throw Gracie out at first.
Okay. The batter is number 3, A.J. Combs. On deck's number 21, Lexus Brown.
That's one of those, Claude, that I should have switched cameras.
Mm-hmm.
But I never did. So. Scores the bunt, misses. AJ comes in batting .457 on the year with 7 RBIs. She does have 7 doubles of her 16 hits. There's one towards the shortstop.
Ooh, okay.
Going to be a fielder's choice.
The batter's number 21, Lexus Brown. On deck, number 10, Tori Bolton. 1 out.
Lexus comes in .333 with 15 RBIs.
There's a base
Rips
hit.
that one through the hole between third and short. Advances AJ to second.
The batter's number 10, Tori Bolton. On deck, 13, Destiny Nafis. Had trouble getting out Destiny.
That's like when I was telling you about Elizabeth Halls and Elizabeth Walls.
Yeah.
trying to get those two names out.
Okay, that's a ball.
Rourke hasn't been quite as productive on the mound as Cora has, starting girls off with strikes. So
No, she hasn't. Got one there, right on the corner. I thought it might have been just a bit, about 4 or 5 inches low, but I'm not the umpire.
that's one of those that the Lady Senators seem to have a little bit of trouble covering that outside part of the plate.
They're going there again if they can, and they did.
Out in front of that one. Tori in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice stop back behind the plate by, did we figure out if that's Baird or Bade?
Baird.
Baird, okay. There's a ball lifted.
Trouble. Get up.
It's one of those.
You got to make him. Never mind.
It's one of those that's kind of a catch-22. If she does drop it, you're stuck. If she doesn't drop it, you're in bad position. So it's a catch-22 for AJ there. So AJ does get retired.
The batter's number 13, Destiny Nafis. 2 outs. What did you score that? An error?
Yeah. I'm giving an error on that to the shortstop. Because I would consider that a ball that should have been caught. There's a ball up.
You see where that
Be
ball
out.
went? To the left side.
Yeah. Destiny comes up 382 on the year, 6 RBIs. Is leading the team in steals with 4. Talked to Coach Long a little bit. He said that this team really hasn't had to steal a whole lot, so they haven't been as productive on the base paths as he, really would have liked. But just hasn't been in the position to really, run a whole lot.
Well, doubles if we had.
Yeah. Well, I can answer that one.
Okay.
34.
34.
There's one that she fouls off down the third base line.
He needs to leave that pitch alone.
That's a hard pitch to hit, and she's had trouble with it this year. Getting any, she hits it, but it's always foul, and
She
it's
lets
not
it get way too deep.
Yeah.
That's got to be out front, way out front to hit that ball, and she lets that ball carry way too deep to hit it.
Runners are going to advance on that pitch. So we got runners on second and third here. 2 down, bottom of the second, on a full count. It's going to be outside, going to draw a walk for Destiny.
The batter is the pitcher, number 11, Cora Miller. 2 outs.
That's Destiny's 3rd base on balls this year.
What was she thinking?
So
Tori was all the way at shortstop.
Oh, I don't know. I was trying to keep my book. I wasn't paying attention to that.
Cora Miller comes up. 217 on the year, 6 RBIs.
Be a real good place to help herself right
Yeah.
here. Ball. Well, seems like the little pitcher for
Rourke.
is struggling a wee bit right now.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be too big a hurry to swing yet.
She's got she had a 1-2-3 first inning, but then this
Now
inning,
get your bat ready.
this inning has not been as nice for her so far. So that one's going to be inside. Baird tries to help her out by framing that one in and turning her wrist, but can't get it in close enough.
She changes speeds quite a bit.
Yeah. which I'm sure the Lady Senators will be watching for that, you know, the next time they come up. So.
What did you score, Gracie?
Single.
I did. I did too, but I scored that for Taylor Bass.
The debate about sports specialization by high school athletes continues. Some argue that high school athletes who play one sport all year long have a better chance of landing a lucrative pro contract. But that's simply not true. In fact, 30 of the 32 first-round picks in last year's NFL draft played more than one sport in high school. Of the 32 players drafted, 22 also participated in high school track and field. 19 also played basketball. Some also played baseball and lacrosse. What's the path to success for high school athletes here in Indiana, no matter what their goals might be? Study hard, always do your best, and if you can, play more than one sport in high school. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to live action here. Tie game 0-0. Oops. That one comes straight back. This is the second baseman, who I believe has a sister who's the third baseman.
Well, if she's not her sister, they got to be related.
Got the same last name and even similar body build. So
how are you pronouncing that?
I believe it's Crazy, but I don't know that for sure. You can pronounce it that way, and if somebody yells up at us, we'll change it.
I think they've just learned to ignore me.
Yeah. I don't think they've learned to ignore you.
Expect it, didn't they?
You always know where the kids' parents are because they're the first ones to yell when you get the name wrong.
That's right. Especially in basketball, they're right close to you.
There's a drop third strike.
We're going to give her a K and an E on the catcher.
That's what I would score it. So that's Cora's fifth strikeout. But we're going to get an E2 on that one.
Batter's number 2, Sam Crazy. On deck is number 1, Skylar Rourke. She did not go.
She did not go, but Tilly took a long look at first base. Which Destiny better be ready out there in right field to back that throw up.
Yeah,
because
I'd say that after she didn't pick that ball up and throw her out, she might fire on you.
Oh, there's no doubt. If you can see out there that Destiny Neefus in right field is moving to back that throw up because Tilly's one who can snap throw from her knee.
Nice. In fairness, that ball, I don't know, it probably done. I would say it got on her palm.
Yeah.
It just bounced right out. It had some spin on it. Looked like a screwball maybe. Had a little spin on it, and it just bounced right out of there.
Popped right out of her glove. Which Tilly does an excellent job behind the plate of blocking balls and keeping everything in front of her.
There she goes. That's out number 1. Batter's number 1, Skylar Rourke. On deck 16, Shelby Baird. 1 out.
This is the pitcher, Skylar Rourke.
She plays her cards right. She could get 4 strikeouts in this inning, but she ain't gonna play her cards right. Oh, they might. That's a little bit of a.
I don't know that Gracie's one that you really want to run into going down the first baseline.
Well, when she's done her forearm thing, there was a thing there that'll get you in trouble.
Gracie is a solid girl coming down.
Batter 16, Shelby Baird. On decks number 8, Shirley Hayes. 2 outs.
she's a solid girl coming down that line, and you know, plays forward / center on the basketball team. She's not afraid of contact. So
what I liked there is she did that right. She put her hand right on top of the ball in that glove and tagged her with it. Not going to knock that out of there.
Yeah, and that's the right play when they come down, when they're coming down the line at you. There's no need to turn around and make that throw. Fouch with a nice
L6
pop out there to end the inning.
In the top of the third inning for the Lady Pirates, they had no runs and no hits. One batter left on base. Senators had one error.
So we come back to the Lady Senators in the bottom of the third, where there are, where we're at the top of our lineup. So. Lady Senators, go ahead, Claude.
Leading off the top of the third for the Lady Senators is number 18, Taylor Fouch. On deck is 19, Cassidy Keltner.
Fouch hit the ball straight down into the ground the last time she was up, where she was thrown out by Shelby Baird, the catcher from behind the plate. So
I don't think you could hit it straight down. Hit it right in the middle of the plate.
Talking about bat selection, she swings a CF6, which is an older bat, but the ball flies off of that thing.
Yeah, it does. And I think she's the only one that uses that bat.
Yep.
There you go. And so that bat, you know, stay around a long time.
Yeah.
The batter is a second baseman, Cassidy Keltner. On deck, the catcher, Tilly Gilbert.
Lady Senators are making, you could tell right there that Taylor made an adjustment. She knew the speed that was coming and was able to sit on that ball.
And I think a little determination there after that last time.
Yeah.
Might have had to do with it, too. She had a mission.
Snap throw down to first. Metters makes a nice play at first to field that ball.
Yeah, that could have been we could have had somebody standing on third,
yeah,
or maybe even that with where the right fielder's playing. He gets down in that corner.
The only good thing happening down in that corner is the grill. Going to be safe. We're going to third.
There's a run.
Fouch with an awkward slide coming into home. I'm sure that Punky's gonna want to see that one. That's a mess of a slide that she got into, and we even had a nice job by our field umpire who got down to get out of the way of that play that was happening at second. So Claude, score that one for me.
I'm going to score that as a base hit and an RBI. That's all you can.
Well, that works for me because that'll be Cassidy's 10th RBI of the year.
I mean, they continued to play, and she kept running, and so.
Upcoming.
The batter's number 4, Tilly Gilbert. On deck is 12, Gracie Abels.
Tilly Gilbert was a strikeout victim in the first inning.
And I bet Tilly's not real happy right now either. I'd look for this thing to get pounded.
No, that was Tilly's second strikeout of the year, so she's probably not real excited about that. 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody out here. Lady Senators up 1-0.
I'd say Tilly's sitting on something right now.
Yeah, I bet she's sitting on a changeup or a slower pitch that gets over the plate.
They're going to continue to go out there.
Well, they may have done a little research on her and you know, keeping it away from her.
Well, they're keeping it way away.
Which, if that's what you're gonna do, I mean, keep it out there. That's probably the one
down the middle.
that Tilly wanted. Brings a count 3-1.
I don't know how they slipped that in there. I don't think that Coach Long. Well, it's a 1-0 ball game. He may have had to take on, but
He may have. That'll do. That's a shot. Oh. Unable.
Actually, Tilly caught that right off the end of the bat. It didn't have no whop to it.
Well,
If she'd have caught that off the meat of that sucker, it was way out there on the end.
That's the one where you got to remind me, Claude, switch my camera, see if we can see that one at home.
Yeah. That's a nice camera you got pointing down third base.
It is. Too bad nobody got to see anything that was on it.
Oh, goodness.
Brings the count to full, 2-2 here. Or, sorry, 3 balls, 2 strikes. That one gets up in the air.
I think she may get another shot at it. Yep.
She is. A little Claude, there was your chance again. You didn't say anything.
Okay, Aaron, you have no job but to tell him when
See,
to switch that camera.
I'm proving it. I just changed it so everybody at home can see it. I proved that I've got one pointing down third baseline. But now I'm going back to my other one. I got a button to hit, but I just don't do it. That's my problem.
Be prepared. She's going to pull the ball.
I'm ready. As soon as it comes off the bat, I'm changing.
Okay. Yes,
Watch, she'll go to right field now.
And she did. And she did. All right. Great hit.
There we go.
A great
Rounding.
piece of hitting, and we're going to score
We're going to score Cassidy from second.
Cassidy, and Tilly's going to get another RBI.
Give her 26 on the year.
She'll move over to first base, and I'm expecting we're going to see a pinch runner here.
I would think we're probably going to get one.
7.
Who is it?
7.
And her name is
Kylie King.
yeah. Courtesy runners number 7, Kylie King. On batting is number 12, Gracie Abels. On deck is number 3, AJ Combs. And here's the inning. We need to turn loose right here.
Now we're to our freshmen again. Gracie, AJ, and Lexus all come up. Nobody out here. Lady Senators have a 2-0 lead. Great time for them to pad some of their stats and really get going here. Gracie hit the ball to shortstop and was
Third base.
third base. Got I gave her a single out of that, but then was in on a fielder's choice to second that she was retired. So
AJ hit the ball to the shortstop.
yeah.
Didn't quite get around on it. I'm going to tell you one thing. They got a lot of space in left center field and right center field.
Yep. The corners and the outfield are playing close to the line.
Now the right girl's moving up now. Yeah. She's getting out away from the line, closing that gap in center field.
Gracie falls behind 1 and 2 here. Foul tip.
Little girl's keeping it out there.
Yeah. Which it seems like a lot of the pitchers are doing that to a lot of the Senator batters, but especially the freshmen there.
And these are low. This little girl's throwing them down at the bottom, very bottom, if not a couple inches below the strike zone, and they're very difficult there. That's what Tilly went down and slapped in the right center.
There's a ball
She
that's
come
hit.
back inside, and Gracie got a base hit. There you go.
Kylie does a nice job out there at second, picking up Coach Long on third, telling her, round it off, but hold up, don't get too far off.
Batter is the third baseman, A.J. Combs. On deck is the left fielder, Lexus Brown. Did Taylor get a hit?
Yes.
So that's 3 in a row. 4 in a row.
4 in a row. 4 hitters in a row. Aaron Dennis has a nice view of that one, and he said that that one was a touch inside for his likings.
Was it
So.
inside? I was looking down at the paper here trying to get something straight.
Squares the bunt, pulls back. Coach Long's seeing the rotation that they've got going there.
Well, they covered all the bases. Even the center fielder come in to get second, so they looked like they were prepared.
Now the question is, if she drops a bunt, can they field it and throw somebody out doing it?
There you go.
Goes after that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody down here. Got a runner on second, which is Kylie King, and a runner on first, which is Gracie Abels.
AJ needs to get tough right here. This little girl not going to give her nothing good to hit. Unless she messes up like she did on Grace. Okay, so it's going to be 3, 4, 1 out.
Desiree Metters makes the play on that one.
The batters, left fielder Lexus Brown, the DP Tori Bolton on deck, 1 out.
Metters makes a good job. Does a good job of staying in front of that ball, and then a flip to the second baseman who is covering, which is Heidi Chester.
Well, I'll tell you, AJ done a good job hitting the ball to the right side on that outside pitch and moving our runners around. You know, she was down 1 and 2. So.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
You already got them filled in on the wrong thing?
Yeah, I'm marking the wrong. I put that ball, that
RBI shot here. Come on.
Alexis squares to bunt again, but pulls back. Looks like Charlestown's going to leave their corners in to try to play against that bunt.
they won't have to worry about that bunt if they keep throwing that
if
kind
they
of
throw
pitch.
that, she's not going to bunt at it.
One more of those and we'll load these bases up. There's a base
shot in
hit
the
up
center.
the middle.
Gets down.
And Gracie went back to the base.
That
so
ball's
she would've
airmailed.
scored.
Comes all the way up to the backstop.
She's going to get a base hit and an RBI.
Gives her 16 RBIs on the year.
She'd have got another one, but Gracie went back to the bag instead of turning around and looking at that ball and watching. She had plenty of time to.
Right.
Of course, he may wander to tag and come over on the catch. I don't know. I'm not out there. The batter's 10, Tori Bolton. That on deck is the right fielder, Destiny Nafis. There's 1 out.
Lady Senators have scored 3 here in this inning.
On 5 hits.
Yep.
We've just not got nothing in a position where it can move more than 1 so far.
That's okay. We'll take them one at a time.
Yeah, 1 at a time.
1 at a time, 2 at a time, 4 at a time. Doesn't matter. We'll do it however. Tori steps in.
Lexus goes down to second on that throw, don't she?
Yep.
Yeah. Oof, he likes that pitch. Was that inside too? That one? Did it? I can't see. He's in my way to see that side. I can see this side real well. Well,
I'm glad you guys are here because then I don't have to worry about it at all.
yeah.
I can worry about my button to hit to
Yeah.
switch to third base.
Yeah. Have you switched that thing yet?
I have.
Whenever she hit the ball to right.
Yeah.
Here comes Gracie in on
Gracie's
the pass
going
ball.
to come in.
So we're gonna
Nice
score
job there.
Our 4th run. And that's a ball, and that's going to be that was a wild pitch. is what
Yeah,
that
it's going to be a
was.
wild pitch.
Bounced off the catcher's chest, too.
Well, she was way out there. That ball was way over there.
Yeah.
I don't know how Tori got out of the way of it. She's quick.
So now we've got Lexus standing on third. Ball outside. I can see that one when it's that far out. We got it.
Yeah.
Cheryl Lee jumps on. to watch the game. So she gives us a big shout out.
Hey,
thanks
Cheryl.
Thanks for doing the live.
Gosh,
That
that's
one's
a base
still
on
outside.
balls.
So
That's
end
going
up
to
with
move Tori down to first base. The batter's number 13, Destiny Nafis. On deck is the pitcher, Cora Miller. 1 out.
Coach Long's gonna find out about designated player.
His flex runner's been in for her.
Yep. He's gonna have E come in and run for Tori because she is the DP. The flex can come in and run for her.
Speed on bases now. Well, somewhat.
Elizabeth Hall's number 15 comes in to run at first base.
Once again, 1 down here, bottom of the 3rd. Destiny got a base on balls, first time up.
Ooh, that was pretty, but she was stealing, so.
That was a straight take, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah, they were going to move her down the scoring position. And now then, we got runners on second and third, 1 out. And our 9 batter coming to the plate pretty much takes away any kind of double play option they have. So we're probably going to see our leadoff batter at least in this inning. And that'll take us around.
Yeah.
She's been putting the ball in play pretty well, and she hits it to third base. Whoa, and we got it.
Alexis is going to score.
Okay.
Destiny's going to end up standing on second on an error. And well, not Tori, but Tori's spot, which is actually E, is going to be standing on third.
The batter's number 11, Cora Miller. On deck is the shortstop, Taylor Fouts. 1 out.
Attempts to bunt and misses.
Ooh, get that bat back.
That one was coming straight at her.
She went, didn't she?
Yeah.
She called a strike?
Yep.
0-2.
That one going to be outside.
It's not enough bait with those. I mean, she's getting them over there.
In the batter's box.
You wanted out there, but maybe just a little bit back this way to get Cora to swing at it. She goes the other side, inside.
Rourke definitely does a good job of changing speeds and moving the ball all around.
Yes, she does.
I mean, it's been outside, it's been inside, so these Lady Senators can't really sit on any one pitch. Problem is consistency. She hasn't been able to hit spots consistently. That's going to score E from third.
There's 2 outs. The batter's number 18, Taylor Fouts. On deck, the second baseman, Cassidy Keltner. 2 outs. So now that makes...
I've got it as 6 runs in this inning.
That works out about right, because that's what I got on the book.
Well, good. That's what I'm showing everybody at home. So Taylor started off this inning, and she's up again. So we've batted her around, which is a nice thing to have happen.
Ooh,
Oh,
Taylor.
Taylor.
Is that 2 strikes?
That is
Yes.
2.
She let that inside go.
That was a much better pitch than the last one that she even swung at. So let the good pitch go and swing at the bad one. That's not what Coach Long wants, I'm sure.
No.
That one way outside. Not going to get a call on that.
Not much bait on that line, was
No. If you're that far out, Taylor stands on top of the plate anyway.
it? Yeah.
So if you're that far out, she's not gonna go for that one.
Right.
It's a nice hard shot towards the shortstop. Makes a good play
Makes a nice play.
to finish off the Senators in this half of the inning.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. 1 error and only 1 left on. Yes.
Yeah.
In the bottom of the third for the Lady Senators, they scored 6 runs on 5 hits. 1 batter left on base, and there was 1 error.
Back to action. Lady Senators have a 6-0 lead coming into the 4th inning against the Lady Pirates of Charlestown. That last inning is when the Lady Senators did get all of their runs. They got to bat around, which is always good.
Who's the batter? Number 8, Shirley Hayes. The batter on deck is number 15, Desiree Metters. Number 16. Oh, yeah, this goes down here. Daggone it. Ain't that awful?
You already messed up your book, Claude?
I did.
Uh-oh. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I did too.
Okay.
I did the exact same thing you did. First 3 pitches from Cora were all 3 balls, so falls behind early here to a strikeout victim of in the first inning. There's a 4-pitch walk.
The batter's number 8, Shirley Hayes. On deck, 15, Desiree Metters.
There's a pop-up. Fouch settles underneath it.
The batter is 15, Desiree Metters. On deck is the left fielder, Madison Christie. 1 out.
1 down here. This is 15, Desiree Metters, who was a strikeout victim in the first inning.
That's who we were watching the game from. What's the count?
1. Yeah.
Alright, hit the season. Won't know we ain't seen you out here.
Course settles in.
Alright.
Brings a second one. Another pop up towards Fouch.
Same way.
Same play. That's nice.
2 outs now. Taylor just got 2 pop-ups. We're up
So
six
still
us.
up 6-0. 2 down here. Top of the 4th.
The batter's number 6, Madison Christie. On deck is the right fielder, Juliana Roberts. 2 outs.
He's at his son's game.
Madison Christie is in the is the left fielder.
Little
There's a
Roosevelt
pop
playing.
up. Keltner catches that one. So the 4-pitch walk does not hurt the Lady Senators.
In the top of the 4th inning for the Lady Pirates, they had no runs on no hits and 1 batter left on base.
I was a little afraid, Claude, that was going to be the inning that it seems like the Lady Senators seem to have an inning where they lose focus and they come out and don't play well, and it seems to happen after they have a big inning with their bats. So I was a little concerned with that one, but now that we got out of that inning, I don't have to worry about that anymore.
We can cruise. There you go.
So it's the same thing, the basketball analogy. You come down and hit a 3, and then you kind of take a little bit of a break, and the other team launches a 3 right back in, and
Yeah.
you don't get any you don't get anything.
You made no ground.
You made
that's
no
right.
ground. So, that was not the case with the Lady Senators. They put up 6, and then they come out with a 4-pitch walk, but then 3 pop-outs to retire the Lady Pirates.
The Lady Senators are at home here tomorrow with East Washington Eastern.
Yep.
And that game starts at, do you know?
I don't have it in front of me. Is
What
it
time?
9:30?
9:30. Whoa.
Yeah, boys are at home too.
Boys are here. At what time they start?
10, I think, is what I got. I got an update from EventLink, which is the software that the school uses to put out all the announcements and everything, and I believe it said 10 was
So
the
and
start.
they're with Eastern as well, aren't they?
Yes.
So
Supposed to be at Eastern, but they moved it.
Yeah, moved it
Okay.
here. So
all right. So if you're out there, come on over. I think is Philip grilling tomorrow?
I don't know if Philip's grilling tomorrow or not. Oh, he is. Aaron's,
So come on
Aaron's
out.
shaking his
There'll be
head.
a
Yes,
lot of
they
good
are.
food right here. Just come on out to the game.
JV starting first tomorrow?
Leading off the bottom of the 4th inning for the Lady Senators is going to be 19 Cassidy Keltner. On deck, the catcher, Tilly Gilbert.
Thought I was looking at my book, and I thought, oh, no, I've already messed this up. I was looking at the wrong side.
Oh,
I was like, I've already filled in the 4th inning. We can't be in the 4th.
Cass lays a nice soft one, reaches down, gets it, and lays her out there for a base hit to start this inning.
Ends up turning it into 2.
The batter's number 4, Tilly Gilbert. On deck, the first baseman, Gracie Abels.
She was looking for that right.
Did she steal that? What
she's,
happened there?
She's standing on second.
I'm looking down here at my mark in my scorebook and missed the action. That's
Well.
not.
That base with that one known.
There's one going to right field. We're going
Could
to test
be
the
trouble.
right fielder.
That is trouble.
That is trouble. That's
Oh,
going to roll.
gonna-
That's over towards the grill.
Tilly's going to go, and then we're going to have a safe here, and Tilly's going to end up over third base on that.
Coach is coming out.
Yeah, that'll do right there. So that's going to bring her around to third. And
Coach John Smith is going to come out and talk to his Lady Pirates. It seems like that was kind of a mess for them. He's not exactly sure what they were doing, and then we get a ball airmailed towards home, which ends up hitting the backstop. So.
well, you had to know that when that ball hit the ground what it was going to do, because it had a ton of spin
Had
on
a
it.
ton of spin and took off and rolled over towards where Aaron usually stands at the grill. So that's, like I said, nothing good happens down that
The
line.
batter's
other than
number
grill.
12, Gracie Abels. On deck, the third baseman, A.J. Combs.
Starting our 3 freshmen again.
We've got our new
Oh,
distance.
nice bunt. Will that score one? It will. No, it
Oh, Tilly doesn't get home on that one.
won't. So we're going to have a 1-3, 1 out, and a 3-2 for 2 outs.
So Lady Senators unable to get a run there.
The batter will be number 3, A.J. Combs. On deck, the left fielder, Alexis Brown. 2 outs.
I'm sure Coach Long is going to have a talk with his senior catcher there.
That's a drop.
That's a drop over the third base.
What was it?
Went right over the third base
Base
with
hit?
AJ. Yep.
Okay.
Hey, good news. I switched the camera for you.
Did
on
you
that
get
one.
that?
Yep, I did.
Outstanding.
You
Oh,
ready for
man.
this?
Yep.
You ready for this one?
The batter is 21, Alexis Brown. On deck, the DP, Tori Bolton. There are 2 outs.
If she gets one on the inside, she's
So we've got our new distance leader at the moment for watching. We got my mom tuned in from Florida. So
Hey, hello, Mom.
We're looking for Arizona or Texas. Those have been our 2 favorites.
Wonder what
so.
she's got for supper down
I
there.
don't know. I'm wondering.
come on, sis.
She could send some up to us, I'm sure.
What's the count?
0-2.
0-2. So Alexis Brown, last time up, drove in her 16th run of the year, but falls behind early 0-2. There's one towards the shortstop. Gonna retire at first.
So we scored 1 run
Scored
on
1.
3 hits.
Yep.
Didn't make no errors, did they? Nope. And 1 batter left on, right? In the bottom of the 4th inning for the Lady Senators, they scored 1 run on 3 hits. One batter left on base.
We're going to step aside, have a short commercial break from the IHSAA.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Indiana who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play. And
Lady Senators are out ahead 7-0 here, top of the 5th. Claude, good news. It's fried chicken and potato salad.
Oh man, we're up here.
So, sorry, you're not getting any of that. Once again, Cora back to her good start. Starts the Lady Pirate batter off with a strike.
Whereabouts in Florida does your mom live?
Fort Myers.
Oh yeah.
So there's a ball up in the air.
That's gonna be a foul ball.
So no balls, 2 strikes here.
They bring to the plate 7, 8, 9 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Got her looking.
That's the 6th strikeout.
The batter will be number 20, Heidi Chester. On deck will be the third baseman, Julia Cracy. There's 1 out.
Heidi Chester was the one that ended up getting on base off the ball that hit Tilly's glove, and she was unable to hang on to. That one, she dropped straight down into the ground.
We'll try that bunt again, ain't
Yeah.
they? Yeah. They haven't attempted very many. And it's always a little bit rough as a coach when you got a kid that's not hitting the ball very well, and give them an opportunity to get to bunt down there, and
can't get one down.
Yeah, now they're 0-2.
So now they got to swing away.
Right.
I mean, they could attempt that bunt, but probably not a great choice. And then chases the high pitch. That's 8.
The batter is number 33, Julia Gracie. On deck will be the center fielder, Sam Gracie. Gracie. Both. I got that. Well.
Hard to keep it all straight.
Yeah.
What's inside?
It's one of her few first pitch balls. That and that 4-pitch walk ball ago, I think, is the only 2 she's had.
I believe you are correct, but comes right back after it with a very nice strike that Julia Cracy chases. Falling behind. Now 3 balls, 1 strike.
To the 9-hitter.
Yep. Brings the count full.
Serve her something fat and let the defense play. Don't walk her.
Or strike her out like you did last time.
Or strike her out.
That'll
yeah.
work too. Ooh, didn't get the call there, so that's going to be a walk. Only her 2nd walk of the evening.
That'll bring up number 2, Sam Cracy. On deck is number 1, Skylar Rourke. Oh, man, I'm struggling with his name all of a sudden.
There's another first pitch strike for Cora.
She struck this girl out twice. Her leadoff batter.
Yeah. There's Mr. Popular with his phone ringing again.
Yeah, my wife checking in on.
So they're even 1-1 here on the pitch count. Claude's getting corrected by Jeannie sitting down there that it's just Crace. Okay.
2 strikes. 2-2. Sam Crace. Not.
That'll work. We aim to please.
We do. We sure don't want to call some little girl by the wrong name on purpose. Whoa, nice space hit. Down the right side there. That was a pretty good little shot there.
Nice hit. Going to send in number 3 to
Skylar Rourke. The batter's number 1, Skylar Rourke. On deck is the catcher, Shelby Baird.
Number 3 comes in to run.
3 is M. Eldridge. It's hard.
Rourke chases that first pitch. Tom said to shut your phone off.
Shut mine off?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Who said that?
Tom Rosenbaum.
Oh.
There's a ball out towards
Uh-oh.
out towards Lexus.
1 run's in, and that'll be 2 runs in.
So, Lady Pirates score 2 runs.
And that was a double for Rourke. And that's where the batter is number 16, Shelby Baird. On deck is the shortstop, Shirley Hayes.
There's the ball straight back up over the top of us. Cora needs to settle down here.
Make sure that's not that inning you were talking about.
Yeah. Usually it's the very next inning, but it seems like we've got one in between on this one. So, and that wasn't a bad pitch by Cora. It just the batter got a hold of it. So
exactly. She hit it. Solid.
2 balls, 1 strike. Tom was telling you about your phone, but he got a turkey today.
Tommy get in?
He did. Now he had to have some help apparently because the PE teacher, Mr. Matt Myers, had to help him call it in.
Is that right?
So that's the story I was told.
One of the boys shoot it for him.
Well, oh, now we're having stories that Ian shot it for you. So, but there was a picture on Facebook of Tom with the turkey. So. I think Tom got it.
I hope it was a Tom turkey, too.
Well,
against lawsuit them hens.
From the looks of it, it looked like a Tom.
Okay.
So Tom got a Tom turkey.
That's outstanding. Did he send you a message?
He did. He said that you needed to shut your phone off. So I thought we'd give him a little bit right back at him for having Mr. Myers call in his turkey that he got to shoot.
That's
so
special. Well. How come Mr. Myers didn't have a gun? Has he already killed one?
Well, he already killed one, and to make matters even worse, his daughter has even got one already, and she is, I believe, 5.
Well, so were they all hunting together when this happened?
No, okay. Mr. Myers' daughter got one Wednesday. I think Matt Myers got one yesterday, and then he went out and helped Tom call one in today. So
there's another walk. Oof.
Tom says we're hilarious.
Thank you.
Oh, junior high got 2 wins last night. I get told by Aaron Dennis sitting up here. So shout out to Tom, the junior high coach.
Yeah, there you go. See now how nice we are, Tom?
Yeah.
You done an outstanding job. We're proud of you. The batter will be number 8, Shirley Hayes. On deck will be the first baseman, Desiree Metters. There are 2 outs.
I just kind of wonder if Tom's watching from his flip phone. Well, I know, but I always still like to give him a hard time about his flip phone that he carried forever.
So he's got a smartphone now?
Yeah, we have to have the boys operate it.
Yeah.
And the boys operate it.
Ian and Brady might have to help him.
I can't say much about that because when the first time I got one of them, I had to have lots of assistance as well. Then I went back and got me one of those. Later on there, I got me one that Droid technology, and you just tell Google what to do, and it just does it now. I can operate that.
Got 0-2 count on time. Yeah, 2-0 on it.
Core needs to settle down, take her time, throw strikes here.
This is that inning that I was talking about, that we seem to have one every game.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
A little high down there, but wasn't going to be no play.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
She was in there. I mean, she got a big time. I don't know how she got that much jump.
Well,
but she did. And
it was one of those. I think the Lady Senators kind of fell asleep a little bit there.
Yeah.
That's going to be trouble.
Got her. Great play. That's going to go.
That's a great play by Cassie Keltner there.
That was super play. Cass made a great play to stop the ball and followed it up with a good from the knees throw.
From a knees throw to first. So great play by Cassie Keltner there to end that inning. Lady Senators do give up 2 runs there.
On 2 hits. We made no errors, did we?
I don't believe so.
And they had 2 runners left on base. In the top of the 5th for the Lady Pirates, they had 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 batters left on base. And we're in the
bottom of the 5th now. So
and we're in the bottom of our order, 7, 8, 9.
Be a nice time for the Lady Senators to tack on a few more runs here.
Yeah, Cora lost a little concentration in that inning. She's really breezing right along there, and then she struck 2 of them out, and then walked that batter, and then they put together a couple hits, and then we walked again. So they should settle down and come back out. I think maybe changing pitchers, but through 5 innings, she gave up 2 runs on 3 total hits.
Yeah,
she throwed a 3-header.
Which is that's a good game for a pitcher.
The big thing there is we've got to get that toughness about us in every position, including the pitcher, that whenever the going gets a little tough, we got to just bear down and dig in, and somebody want it. Pitcher, I'm going after you, and the defense, hit it and I'm going to catch it attitude, and that'll come. We're young. The batter is number 10, Tori Bolton.
Tori Bolton drew a walk her last time up. First pitch is a ball. I've been, fairly pleased with Rourke, the Charlestown pitcher. I mean, she moves location, she changes speeds.
That could be trouble. Oof. Got her safe.
Safe down at first. Tori legs that one out.
So I'm going to have to score that an error.
Going to go E6.
The batter's number 13, Destiny Nafis. On deck is the pitcher, Cora Miller. That shortstop's got a really strong arm.
Yeah.
And she just about throwed Tori out after she bobbled that ball.
Destiny squares to bunt, bunts
Got lucky there.
Coach Long a little confused on that one. He's looking out like maybe he wants to ask for some assistance from behind the plate, but I don't think that's going to change that call.
Where'd that go from?
That was fielded by the third baseman.
Okay, so it's going to be 5-4. The batter is number 11, Cora Miller. On deck will be 18, Taylor Fouts. 1 out.
Destiny doing a good job over there at first, drawing throws from the catcher.
He really likes that low pitch out there, and that ball's really low. I mean, it's on the plate.
Yeah.
But it's really low.
Nice steal by Destiny.
Steal there.
That's her, I believe, fifth steal of the year.
Throw that back to first too.
Yeah. Catcher had to double clutch that one.
Yes. I tell you what, that catcher has a nice arm.
Yeah.
It's probably a good thing she double clutched because she definitely has a good quick release and a strong throwing arm. Not going to get her. Okay, so it's going to move Destiny over to third base, and it's going to be. Was that? I didn't even see that.
That was
one.
Short.
6-3. Man, I have to look down at this book later.
You keep looking down at your book.
Batter's 18, Taylor Fouts. On deck is the second baseman, Cassidy Keltner.
And Roscoe made it.
Huh?
We see Punky Fouch rolling in the outfield, so his son's game must have just got over.
Yeah.
There's a hard hit ball to third.
No. I got to give the first baseman an error on that one.
So we're going to go E3 on that one.
Yeah, that was definitely the first baseman.
To score a run, make it 8-2.
The batter's 19, Cassidy Keltner. On deck is the catcher, Tilly Gilbert. 2 outs.
Julia Crace makes a very nice job fielding that ball at third, but then
2 outs.
Fires over to Desiree Metters.
That girl's got a good arm too. She throwed that from her knees.
Yeah.
Did you have that third base camera on?
Well, that was far enough in that I think you got to see it.
Oh, okay.
There's a shot to short. Shelby. Ooh, unable to field that one. So Fouch ends up standing on third.
That's another error on the first baseman.
Yep, now is the time for Tilly to break out of the little slump that she's in.
She's got 2 hits in a row here.
Yeah.
The batter's number 4, Tilly Gilbert. On deck will be the first baseman, Gracie Abels. 2 outs.
You know it's bad when you're saying a kid's in a slump when they only hit singles.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's the way Tilly's season has gone so far. I mean,
and she hit another one.
That one gets through. Going to score 2.
2 RBI single. So that's going to score that one and that one.
Gives her 28 RBIs on the year.
Tilly's going to get a base hit and a couple ribbies.
Courtesy runner for Tilly.
Who is it?
Kylie King, number 7.
Courtesy runner in the game will be number 7, Kylie King. 2 outs. The batter is Gracie Abels. On deck is A.J. Combs.
Off the end of the bat again. Hayes fields the ball, makes a nice throw over to Desiree Metters.
Real quick over there.
That ends the inning. We're going to step aside for a short break from the IHSAA.
So,
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh,
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Indiana who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back live where the Lady Senators are out ahead 10-2, top of the 6th against the Lady Pirates of Charlestown.
In the top of the 6th inning for the Lady Pirates will be number 15, Desiree Metters. On deck will be the left fielder, Madison Christie. This young lady's had a strikeout and it popped out to the shortstop.
And came right back over the top.
What did you say that was, an 8 or 9?
That's an 8. It's a CF8. It's the end-loaded version of it. The CF8 was made in all kinds of different ones.
They got a slapper model.
They've got a slapper. They've got an end-loaded. They've got a balance, and they even have a drop 11 of it, which is what my daughter swings.
Right.
Which is why I can identify all the different versions of the CF8.
Right.
Which is the CF8 is a super hot bat, and it stays hot forever until you crack it in half. It goes from super hot to worthless.
The batter is number 6, Madison Christie. On deck, the right fielder, Juliana Roberts. 1 out. Yeah, AJ had one of those, and she hit, I think she hit 7 or 8 home runs with it in travel ball and then busted it.
It's what a Lander swings too, isn't it?
Yeah, she swings the 16 model, I think, or 17. I'm not sure. I can't remember what year it was. It was AJ's bat, and she wanted to go to another Louisville Slugger. So it was a replacement for the one that broke.
There's a ball towards Fouch. Fouch does a nice job fielding that on a short hop.
So that's going to be a 6-3 and 2 outs. The batter's number 5, Juliana Roberts. On deck is the second baseman, Heidi Chester. 2 outs. She struck out last time. And she laid a bunt down the first time. And Cora got her.
Tilly is fighting a little bit of the sun to be able to see down to call pitches in, so that one's going to be low. Brings the count 1-1. The ball hit towards AJ Fields.
Oh.
Destiny Neefus behind to back that one up. Does a nice job of being there.
We're open at 7:30.
So, Claude, how are you going to score that one?
I'm going to have to give the error to AJ. Batter's number 20, Heidi Chester. On deck is the third baseman, Juliana Crace.
That was a nice job of AJ coming over and getting that ball. It's just didn't quite get her feet set when she let it go, so it sailed a little bit on her.
I think you'll find out when you watch that on the video that our first baseman stretched early and needed to stretch this way instead of that way. It wasn't off much, was it, Darryl?
Very possible.
What?
There's a ball hit in between the gap between short and third.
That's going to be a base hit there.
This-
Was up here.
This
That's
is where
going-
we've got to buckle down and finish out an inning. We've got 2 outs here.
The batter's 33, Julia Crace. On deck is number 2, Sam Crace. There's 2 outs. We walked this little girl. It's a 9-hitter. We
Yep.
walked her last time, and we got to start off.
Doesn't offer at that one.
But you gotta force any place.
That one's straight back over the top of us. One ball, 1 strike. Lady Senators out 10-2. 2 down here, top of the 6th.
Difficult sometimes from here to see exactly what's going on down there at that first base area angles, but
You've got a nice view of a pole.
I do. Got to lean. I got to do the leans, kind of like being at the football announcers thing. Got her.
There it
There
is.
you go. That's good. Swinging. That's 3
That's the
outs.
10th strikeout of the evening for Cora.
In the top of the 6th for Lady Pirates, had no runs on no hits. There's 1 error and 1 batter left on base. Which hand? Left one? Oh, okay. Well, that's fixable. For the Senators in the bottom of the 6th, leading off will be number 3, A.J. Combs. On deck, the left fielder, Alexis Brown. Do what? We're not on the air, are we?
Yeah.
We are.
Gracie was the last out of the
Yes.
5th. She was the one who hit the ball to the shortstop and then was thrown out at first. So AJ does lead off the bottom of the 6th. Looking for at least a couple of more runs here from the Lady Senators.
You know, get AJ on and Alexa come up and knock her in here.
I'm still super impressed by this catcher behind the plate. I mean, she's
Outstanding.
done a heck of a job back there, and she's really she can really fire the ball down to second
I
too.
wonder
So
what grade she's in.
I've had a hard time getting any information on Charlestown at all. So I can't tell you what
I
grade
didn't
she's in.
see
so.
any stats on Max Prep. I
Yeah.
looked last night and didn't see anything about them.
I'm going to keep my finger on the button here to cut to the third base camera. So not on that swing though.
She's way out ahead of that. It was an off speed of some sort. She'll come back with fastball.
Yeah,
She
and
really mixes.
AJ will be behind it. So it's one of those where you got to kind of guess right if you're going to guess at it.
This guy's not going to give you that. He's not going to give you that line like that one guy we had. I mean, you hit that chalk line over there, you probably throw the ball with this guy.
There's a ball down the third base line.
Well, here she finds herself. I believe she finds herself with 2 strikes on her, about as much as any kid we've got.
Yep.
She likes it.
I guess.
Claude, I believe
Taylor
she's got
does
white
too.
fingernails.
You think?
I think she's
Ain't
painted them
got
white.
that same pitch on her.
Picks up a strikeout looking, which is the 2nd of the day for Sierra Rourke. Up comes Lexus Brown, who got her
The
6th.
batter is number 21, Lexus Brown. On deck, the DP, Tori Bolton, 1 out.
Last time she grounded out to the shortstop. Another one who's made a lot of nice plays out there. Oh, off the end of the bat. That one was just lifted out there, just a nice little toss.
The batter is number 10, Tori Bolton. On deck, the right fielder, Destiny Nafis. 2 outs.
Tori comes up. Has Tori been on 3 times today? I believe she has.
She got on an error, a walk, and an error. Shortstop made 2 errors on her. And that's odd for that shortstop.
Yeah,
She made a lot of
shortstop
put out.
looks really good out there too.
Tori was
Keith-
just a little bit behind that.
Keith Abels does not reach down and try to field that one without a glove.
Well, one person in the family with a bruised hand's enough.
Yeah. Those of you at home, I didn't get that. First base coach is not on the camera, so you can't see him over there along with our third base coach, because it's one of those, you don't want to give away signs and things like that, so that's why our camera angles are how they are. But Keith makes a nice move over there to let that ball go right underneath his foot. 2 balls, 1 strike to Tori. Ball hit foul. Ball hit to the second baseman, Heidi Chester, to retire the side. We're going to step away, hear a short commercial break from the IHSAA, and be back in just a moment.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Indiana, who do you meet? When you're working for a mover and shaker with strong ties to our community, who are they? When you encounter a group of people eager to roll up their sleeves, who are you most likely to work with? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Taking the initiative, being a good teammate, sacrificing personal glory for the greater good. These are qualities we expect of our leaders, and they're all being cultivated in the high schools right here in Indiana. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to live action here. Lady Senators looking to close this one out. Cora Miller still on the rubber. She does have 10 strikeouts on the evening.
We got 3 hits.
Ball up.
Oh man.
Claude, wake up.
Oh man, that sounded close to home, didn't it?
I'm going to say that one was right over on top of Aaron.
Yeah, it was pretty up.
But once again, Cora gets out ahead of the batters. 10-2 our score here. Lady Pirates need some runs here to continue this game. There's one fouled back again.
We're all evened up, 2-2.
Yep.
Boy, it's a beautiful day out there.
It
today.
is. It's super beautiful.
Supposed to be 79 tomorrow. Will be a real good day to come out and watch a little softball and baseball.
Sorry to say I don't get to be here tomorrow. I'll be at Decatur Central for travel softball.
Decatur Central.
Yeah, southwest side of Indy.
Yeah. I'm going to be here by myself, looks like.
I'm going to have to be running back and forth.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see that.
Brings the count to full here.
Yeah, I know what you do. You stand in the middle of the road and walk 10 steps each direction.
It is. Press box out there so we can see all the games.
Fouch fields that one.
Got her.
Throws her out at first. A very nice play by Taylor.
6-3, 1 out.
We got some Senator faithful down there banging on the bleachers.
Batter's number 1, Skylar Rourke. On deck is catcher Shelby Baird. 1 out.
2 outs away from finishing this game off. We got a new leader. Karen Myers joins. She's joined from Arizona.
Arizona.
So she took over the distance lead.
She got the distance lead. Ooh.
Ooh. Right back at Cora. Cora unable to feel it.
The batter's number 16, Shelby Baird. On deck, the shortstop, Shirley Hayes. There's 1 out. That I scored as a base hit.
I did too. Anything that's hit that hard back at the pitcher.
On that side.
Tough to field. This is the catcher that we've bragged on all night, Shelby Baird.
Shelby has struck out once and walked twice. And she's looking to do it again.
She's working on a walk again. And then we got Sharon Dennis jumping on too. So
where you been all day? Uh-oh.
That's
gonna be a
up
fly
in the
out.
air. Oh, Aaron's saying you need to get your yard mowed. Oh, she was mowing her yard, so maybe that's done. When she's done, she can go to my house and mow it too.
The batter is number 8, Shirley Hayes. On deck, the first baseman, Desiree Metters. 2 outs. Oh, nice. Right
Nice
on the
pitch.
outside corner.
Another foul ball.
0-2. The umpire even agrees with us.
Oh, that's good. It's good when everybody agrees. Ball hit towards AJ. AJ fields it to Cassidy.
Takes a short route.
To retire the side. And in the game.
In the top of the 7th for the Lady Pirates, they had no runs on 1 hit and 1 batter left on.
Joined by Senator Coach Mr. Chris Long. A wonderful job of the girls really coming through. Had a tough couple of games there recently with the Salem loss and the Trinity loss, but then rebound tonight for a great win against a Charlestown team who has some definite ball players on their team. They play fairly well as a team overall, but your team was able to string together quite a few hits and quite a few runs.
Yeah. I knew there after in that second inning when we were starting to put runners on and we were starting to move them around, we hadn't got across the plate yet. But I felt confident that it was going to come, and I told Taylor the beginning of that third inning, I said I feel good about this inning, and I mean it just took off. Now we had some hits. I think with the first 4 batters in that inning, it looks like all had hits.
Yep.
And then actually we had another hit 2 batters later. So I mean it was definitely. I know they made some errors over there at first, but that inning alone right there won the game. Those runs there won the game. The errors came on the backside of that,
right.
And past innings. But that's I'm happy about this win. We still I don't like walking batters. I mean, and every time you walk a batter, it seems like that's one of the runs on the board up there.
Right.
Is that walked batter, and that's one thing I preach to them. We got a really good defense, and I take my chances with them.
Well, and we talked on the air about it. It seems like when you have a good offensive inning, then you end up having a defensive inning that follows it. And your pitcher, whether it's Cora or Gracie or whoever you're pitching, seems to struggle that next inning, and it gets them out of their rhythm when you bat around and you spend a lot of time in the dugout and spend a lot of time hanging out just waiting to go back out there. It seemed like in that inning. In that inning that she came out and then she had a 4-pitch walk.
Okay. Yeah. That was tough. That was a tough one there.
It's always tough when you have to sit that long.
Yeah, right. And I guess that's part of it is sitting. I tell you, there's a couple things in this game. When we came back out, the play that they kind of got us in a little bind there, but the play that Cassie Keltner made
behind first base, off her knees. We talked about that one. That was an amazing play to be able to get to the ball first of all, and then to be able to throw a girl out who's coming down the line at you.
Yeah, and Tori picked that one hopper off the ground too. I mean, and I don't. You guys may not notice up here, but on that play where Gracie tagged the runner, she hurt her hand, and she was kind of unable to play. So the next time at the bat, she just wanted to bunt. And I was like, well, the situation occurred. We could do that. I'm like, all right, we'll just do it. She bunted it, and that's what we done. But that's why, put Tori out there, confident Tori. Tori did a great job out there. But we're going to have to reevaluate that injury. Now, she came back in the bat after I had her swing a couple and stuff. She said she felt better, but we're going to have to look at that a little bit. And they hit pretty hard over there at first. I don't know if you've seen that play.
Yeah, we had it on camera and saw it. And it's one of those that, it's the correct play coming down the line to make the tag, but the girl just came straight at her, so there wasn't much way for her to get out of the way of it.
Right.
Right. Your senior pitcher Cora comes out, does an excellent job tonight. I had her for 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, and only 2, and the 2 runs were earned runs. But good overall outing. And a 4-hitter, I believe, is what she had. So.
Yeah. I mean, you do that if she can. She's been that kind of pitcher for us. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Those stats are similar, but you throw on 4 errors on top of it in the defense, and then suddenly those stats don't look like that anymore. But I think tonight we played behind her. There's a little more communication. We still have a little bit of an issue with the fly ball over top of our third baseman, and we're going to have that. That's going to be wrapped up pretty quick, and that probably won't be an issue the rest of the season. That's 2 nights in a row, and our shortstop knows that's her ball every time. And we're going to have that play taken care of.
Well, and you also have to remember that you've got a very youthful team, a very young team. You've got, your infielders are comprised of 2 sophomores and 2 freshmen, and then you've got a senior pitcher and a senior catcher. So, you've got young girls out there who are, growing as a team and growing as a group, learning how to play together.
Right, yeah. This is what, game number 13?
Yeah.
So you would like to think that we're at least 80% of the way there with how we should be, and hopefully in the next couple weeks we can get to right where we want to be before we go into sectional. But yeah, you're right. There is a lot of getting to know each other. 4 freshmen, 4 sophomores, 3 seniors got senior hitting. But to me that's a pretty good mix.
Yeah.
When you look at it, it's a good mix because of the skill level that the players all have.
Oh yeah.
And we're the team too, just like the hitting is contagious thing. It's very contagious. And Tilly needed it. Tilly needed that fire. And I told her, I said, that ball that you hit that was clean through the infield, I said, it done the same results as a one right off the fence. Both runs scored, and you got on base. I said there's no difference in that, in the book, in the stats. It all looks good. And I think maybe that'll give her a little more confidence to get her bat back.
Well, I made the comment that she was in a little bit of a struggle, and it's hard to say, but when you're used to Tilly hitting doubles and home runs and she hits singles, it's a struggle, and that's the way she's been the past couple of games. Still hitting singles and things, but when you start off the season with 4 home runs and 10 RBIs, the singles are
yeah, and it looks like tonight she struck out her first at bat, but then she had 3 hits, all singles. Looks like 3 RBIs and a run scored.
Yeah.
I mean, so if you take away the strikeout and you look at the back half of this game, I mean, she did great.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're right. The big long balls and doubles we're kind of like, oh, she ain't hitting as well.
Yeah, she's not hitting as well.
but
she really is. I mean,
yeah.
she's doing a great job. Well, Coach Long, I'm going to let you get down and enjoy the win with your team. They're sitting down there in right field, goofing off, it looks like. So, let you get down.
And are you here tomorrow?
I am not. I'm at Decatur Central
with
with my daughter playing softball. So I'm going to go enjoy 4 games with her tomorrow.
Hey, well, thanks for like I said, thanks for everything you do, and thanks for videoing these games for us.
No problem. I believe we're back. You guys play Monday?
Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
we're back Tuesday with that game. So
okay. All right.
we will catch you then.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.